Too many people are trapped in a cycle of waiting, standing in the middle ground between where they were and where they are supposed to be. Stuck between what was and what could be, they hesitate, they overthink, they question, and they doubt. Fear whispers in their ears, uncertainty grips their hearts, and before they know it, years have passed and they are still in the same place, wondering, wishing, wait. But I came to tell somebody today, you were not created to live in limbo. Indecision is a prison. It locks you in a space where nothing moves forward, where dreams stay dreams, and where potential goes unfulfilled. It's not that you don't have a calling. It's not that you don't have the talent. It's not even that you don't have the opportunity. The problem is, you just won't move. You are analyzing, you are hesitating, you are waiting for the perfect conditions. But can I tell you something? There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment where everything is guaranteed, where risk is eliminated, where success is certain. Faith does not work like that. Faith does not wait for everything to be in place. Faith steps out when nothing makes sense. Faith moves forward when the plan isn't clear. Faith walks on water when the storm is still raging. How many more years will you waste in hesitation? How many more doors will you watch close because you were too afraid to walk through them? How many more divine opportunities will you let slip through your fingers because you were too busy overthinking? There comes a time when you have to decide that enough is enough. You have to shake yourself free from the shackles of doubt and make a move. God did not bring you this far for you to stand still. He did not give you that vision, that idea, that calling, just for you to keep it locked up inside your head, trapped behind excuses. You've been saying, I'm waiting on God, but maybe, just maybe, God is waiting on you. Let's talk about fear for a moment, because fear is the root of all indecision. You are afraid to fail. You are afraid of what people will think. You are afraid that you're not good enough, that you're not qualified enough, that you don't have what it takes. But if fear is the only thing keeping you from stepping forward, then that means fear is standing in the way of your destiny. And let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. It will convince you that you are incapable when God has already called you capable. It will make you believe that you are inadequate when God has already said you are chosen. Fear will have you playing small, settling for less, staying in toxic situations, tolerating mediocrity, all because it tells you that stepping out is too risky. But can I tell you what's even riskier? Staying stuck. You can sit there and talk yourself out of your purpose. You can list all the reasons why now isn't the right time, why you aren't ready, why you should wait a little longer. But while you're doing all that, life is still moving, time is still passing, and one day you will wake up and realize that the only thing standing between you and the life God had for you was your own hesitation. Indecision is the silent thief of purpose. It doesn't make a loud announcement. It doesn't come in like an attack. It creeps in slowly in the form of endless maybes, countless what ifs, and constant second guessing. Before you know it, you are looking back on a life of missed opportunities, doors that were once open but are now closed, and dreams that were once possible but are now buried under a mountain of procrastination. I don't know who this is for, but somebody needs to hear this today. You don't need another confirmation. You don't need another sign. You don't need another opinion. You need to make a decision. You have prayed, you have prepared, you have planned. Now move. Move in faith, move in confidence, move in expectation. Because when you step out, when you finally decide to break free from indecision, doors will start opening, opportunities will start appearing, and you will see the hand of God move in ways you never imagined. You don't have time to waste. You don't have the luxury of waiting another 5 years to decide if you're going to step into your calling. You don't have forever to walk in the purpose God has placed on your life. The time is now. Make a decision and walk boldly into your destiny. Stop living in limbo. There comes a moment in life when you have to stop waiting for permission and start walking in purpose. You cannot sit on the sidelines forever, hoping that one day things will magically fall into place. Destiny is not something that just happens. It is something you step into. It is something you activate. Too many people are living with untapped potential, walking around with dormant gifts, waiting for the right time, the right conditions, the right feeling. But let me tell you something. The right time is now. The right moment is the moment you decide to move. The right season is the one you choose to step into. You do not activate destiny by waiting. You activate it by moving. How long will you keep dreaming about what you could be? How long will you keep saying, one day I'm going to start. One day I'm going to step out. One day I'm going to do what I was created to do. Too many people have a one-day mindset, but one day never comes because they never move. God did not give you a vision just for you to let it collect dust. He did not place a purpose inside of you just for you to sit on it. There is something inside of you that the world needs. There is something inside of you that was meant to be released, not restrained. But until you decide to move, until you decide to act, your destiny will remain locked up inside of you. You have to understand that your destiny is not waiting on someone else to approve it. It is not waiting on external validation. It is not waiting for someone to come along and confirm what you already know deep down. You don't need another person to co-sign what God has already spoken over your life. You don't need another sign to tell you that it's time. Too many people are waiting for confirmation after confirmation, delaying their destiny because they keep second guessing what they already know to be true. If you are still breathing, if you still have a heartbeat, if there is still a fire inside of you, then your destiny is still in motion, but you have to activate it. Activation requires action. You cannot expect to walk into something that you refuse to step toward. You cannot expect doors to open when you won't even get up and walk to the door. Some of you are waiting for God to do something, but God is waiting on you. He has already given you the talent, the wisdom, the creativity, the ideas, but He will not force you to move. Free will means you have a choice. And some of you have been choosing to stay stagnant when God is calling you forward. Some of you have been choosing to stay in a safe place when God is trying to launch you into a greater place. The enemy doesn't have to destroy your destiny. He just has to convince you to never step into it. Fear will tell you that you're not ready. Insecurity will tell you that you're not enough. Doubt will tell you that you don't have what it takes. But you have to make up in your mind that you will no longer be held hostage by hesitation. You have to decide that no matter what it takes, you are going to move. When you move, things shift. When you move, doors open. When you move, divine connections align. Some of you have been waiting for everything to be laid out perfectly before you take the first step. But faith does not work like that. Faith says, move first, then I will show you the way. Faith says, step out and I will catch you. Faith says, activate your destiny and I will activate the resources, the opportunities, and the people you need to fulfill it. If you don't activate your destiny, you will live with regret. You will wake up one day realizing that you never became all that you could have been. You will look back and see all the moments you could have stepped out but chose to stay still. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It is never trying. It is never using what God gave you. It is never taking a chance on the calling placed inside of you. You have one life. You have one opportunity to do what you were created to do. Don't waste it in fear. Don't waste it in hesitation. Don't waste it waiting for something that has already been given to you. Your destiny is waiting, but it will not wait forever. Time is moving. Seasons are shifting. Doors that are open today may not be open tomorrow. This is your moment. This is your time. No more delays. No more excuses. No more hesitation. Get up, step out, and activate your destiny.